Our journey has ended completing some of the biggest logs a level 3 can complete. We now move on to the greatest grind so far that will require me to level up in combat. Welcome to the Extreme Collection Log. So at the moment we're just down here in the Rogue's Den just cooking away, and we are looking absolutely fresh thanks to completing the Briarfire log and also the Beginner's log. As for the next log we're going to be working on is going to be the Cyclops. So at least I will actually have a bit more of an upgrade for my melee gear. Now, I did also say there was a couple of upgrades we're going to be getting, but that will be done just before we actually start the Cyclops log. I did forget that with opening those beginner clues, I now have access to my lucky implings. The main reason behind that is if I did get any of the beginner items from these, it would have kind of ruined it as we were trying to complete Obor and Briarfire. So I will open these now. Who knows, we might be able to get something, maybe a 3rd age pickaxe, you know, something that will be very nice to the account. But we'll see if we get any new log items with these here. So let's just go through and open them. That's a lot of soul runes, some lobsters, a adamant axe, and swordfish. Okay, well, it looks like we're on a theme of cooking here. And with this swordfish as well, if I cook this onto the fire, that is level 90 cooking. So we've still got like 9 levels to go before we complete that. So I'm going to go through and just get a couple of things done before we start the Cyclops log, because they are going to be a bit beneficial for the account in terms of our melee upgrade mainly, because we are looking pretty noobish when we have our best items basically being Rune and the Zombie Axe. Well, we can't get any better than the Zombie Axe, but at least with the armor, we can improve on that. So I'm going to get that done, and then we're going to start with the Cyclops grind. So the first item we're going to be trying to get here, once we finish speaking with the guy, I'm not going to worry about where my experience goes for this item, so just put everything into attack, might as well. So that should be the quest done, and now we have the Helm of Natus Knot, and hopefully this conversation hurries the hell up, and there we go, there is the Fremic Isles done. So at least 73 construction. At least we got ourselves a better helmet upgrade. I mean, being at 108 without a Nezzy helm is a bit strange. But as for the next item, well, I'm going to show you exactly where we're going to be to get the next one. So where we are now is just off the edge of Karamja, because we're going to be going down this hole here. Now, instead of having to pay the lovely guy over here 875 GP and then to bring a axe with you, instead, we're going to go down this hole down here. Now, the only way you can get down there is to have 5,000 trading sticks. And luckily enough, from the Joga grind, when we did that for the scroll, we were able to easily get all those trading sticks there. So I'm pretty sure all you have to do is just speak to this NPC and then ask about the hole. And then you can go down, and there we go. And you go 5,000 trading sticks, and looks like immediately they give you a rope, which is actually quite helpful. So main reason we're going down here is to, well, go after the Iron and Steel Dragons, because the upgrade we want to try and get is either the Dragon Plate Legs or the Dragon Plate Skirt, because, you know, you can't always rock Rune the whole time. And also, I feel that this item here should have definitely been in the collection log, but unfortunately they never thought of that. So we're just going to be hanging around this area here and hope we can get ourselves the Dragon Plate Legs or the Dragon Plate Skirt, or possibly get ourselves the Draconic Visage. So let's see where our luck goes with this grind. Oh, okay. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. I did kind of switch over to the range set because I didn't want to keep wasting all my earth runes because I was using the earth blast. But at least now I actually have some better legs. So it is a plate skirt, but really it doesn't matter because it's still good no matter what. So now I got my 2 little upgrades of the Nezzy helm and the Dragon Plate skirt. Let's get ourselves prepared to go after the Cyclops. As of the 13th of June 2006, the RuneScape team introduced the Warriors Guild, which introduced us to the defenders from Bronze to Rune dropped by the Cyclops. In order to get into the Warriors Guild, you needed a total level of 130 from your attack and strength level combined, or either skill at level 99. From there, you'll need to have one set of armor from at least black to rune to get the most out of it to obtain Warrior Guild tokens. Once you have a great stack of the tokens, you can then fight the Cyclops to obtain the defenders. Each defender from bronze to rune is dropped at a rate of 1 in 50. Once you obtain a defender, you need to exit the room and re-enter to obtain the next defender. Once you have the rune defender, you can then go into the basement of the Warriors Guild to obtain the dragon defender, which was introduced on the 5th of February 2015, which is dropped at a rate of 1 in 100. So my question to you guys, how lucky were you with your defender grind? So here we are within the Warriors Guild, just in front of the magical animator. So all we really need to do is just animate this rune armor here. It takes a bit of time. Then you have the fully animated rune armor, and all you have to do is just take it out, and once it's done, you should be able to get the armor back, and then you'll also get yourself the Warrior Guild tokens. Now, depending on what armor you actually do use, will then depend on the amount of tokens you do get back. So because I am fighting the Rune Warrior, I will get about, I think it's 40 Warrior Guild tokens, I'm pretty sure it is, but because I have actually finished the easy combat achievements, I can now get 80 Warrior Guild tokens at a time now. So with my current strength level and, well, us just wearing pretty basic gear, we should be able to get this pretty quickly. So if anything, I'm probably going to try and get maybe around 2,000 tokens or so, because sometimes you can't really get as lucky when going for the defenders. So honestly, 2,000 is probably a good area to start from. So let's get the 2,000 Warrior Guild tokens, and let's see how many go by for us to actually get all the defenders. Okay, there we go. There's our first defender. We got the bronze defender, and that only took about 70 tokens there and 21 kills. So now I have that. We can move on to the iron defender. Oh fuck, there we go. I only looked away from my screen just for a little bit there, but there is our next defender, the iron. Now on to the next defender. Hey, there we go. Steel defender. So I think it's like 4 more to go with the black, mithril, adamant, and then rune. Oh wait, and then there's dragon at the end. So at least that's steel defender done, and on to the next one. Oh shit, that was quick. All right. Black defender done. Now let's move on to the mithril defender. No way I'm this lucky on this. Mithril defender done. I mean, to be fair, it is a 1 in 50, and we're currently around 250 or so. I would say that we are kind of on rate for these defenders, so let's keep pushing through. No way. And then defender now. All right, just rune to go up here, and then we can go down and get our dragon defender. There we go. All right, finally, rune defender done. 365 Cyclops down altogether just to get up to rune. So we definitely got under rate for that one there. So now with the rune defender done, we can go down a ladder and finally get our dragon defender. Oh, there we go. Oh, gee, that scared the hell out of me. But that is our dragon defender done. We have completed the entire log of the Cyclops within a day. In terms of all the tokens that we used, well, I'm just gonna quickly bank, get all the defenders out, and I'm gonna show you how many kills that it took for each individual one and all the tokens we used. I mean, technically you can see how many tokens I used for the dragon, but for the rest of it, let me sort myself out for that. So out of the 2,000 Warrior Guild tokens, this is what we ended up with. In terms of the loot, of course, you got all the defenders, 6 rune med helms, a lot of black knives, and some mithril darts. The Cyclops drop table isn't really the best, because the only thing that you really want from here is the defenders themselves. Now, for each individual defender, we actually got pretty lucky from steel to mithril, because all those were within 10 kills each. Then the adamant defender came through with about under 8 kill count, and it took exactly 100 for us to get the rune defender. And then from there, it was a lot less than what I was expecting. So if you're ever on the Cyclops grind to get yourself the defenders, you're expecting to at least kill 450 Cyclops to get from bronze to rune, and then at least a maximum of 550 to get it on rate for every defender. So I would say for us getting all of them within 447 kill count, we were pretty lucky with that. Now, with this log out of the way, unfortunately, we did get ourselves a hard clue, but we couldn't complete it because we actually needed items from hard clues in order for us to do that. But what I do know is that I do believe that the next NPC that we are going to be fighting, I do think he does drop hard clues, but I need to get myself geared up, ready to go to fight that guy. So let's get ourselves prepared to go on to our next collection log. So just over a month ago, the RuneScape team decided to add in a item towards the deranged archaeologist, meaning that he's not just a random boss out on Fossil Island, he actually has something. So we're going to be trying our luck at the steel ring. The only thing I'm hoping for that this is not going to be a bribe fighter or a obor grind to where we have to stay there way over the actual kill count. Now, when it comes to this NPC, he's a lot of fun to fight. That's indefinitely true because of his deadly mechanics that he actually has. So we need to actually try to gear up a little bit more than what we currently have. So having a look into the strategies towards the deranged archaeologist, our best weapon for us to use at this point is actually going to be the Ivan staff. But at the moment, the Ivan staff kind of sucks because if you haven't imbued it or you haven't gone over to the Dark Mage, you only get like 120 charges on it, which does kind of suck. So if I try to go over to the Dark Mage, we can try and upgrade our Ivan staff. He will ask us for 200k. We definitely have the money for it. And there we go. So now that has been completely upgraded, and we've also completed a medium task for the Ardy Diary too. So that's one out of the many upgrades we are going to be obtaining here. There is technically 3 items, but there is actually a little bit more to it when we actually get to that point. So I'm going to go and set up for the next part of our magic upgrade. As of our next step for the magic upgrade, we are going to be getting ourselves one of the god capes. Now, because this is technically like a wilderness thing, I was honestly thinking once I start doing the wilderness collection logs, I actually would get this. But I think at this point with our combat and our stats, I definitely am going to be needing these capes here. So first we're going to get ourselves the regular capes, and then we're going to say good luck inside the wilderness to try and get ourselves the imbued god capes. So let's go through with Collodion and get ourselves our first god cape. Okay, so that should be Collodion down. There we go. All right, so now all I need to do is just step into the lovely pool here, and we can go and get our god cape. So we need to make sure we get all 3 of them because we need to try and use the spell 100 times for each individual one, and then we can go for the imbued god capes. So I'm really hoping I don't get PK'd out here, but we'll check, you know, how good our luck is when we're actually out there into the wilderness. And what I will say as well, when this video does come out, I'm just going to have one of each cape of the imbued. And basically, you guys in the comments below, let me know which cape I should actually go for. So do we stick with Guthix, Ceradomin, or Zamrock? So do let me know then. And as for now, let's try and get ourselves those imbued god capes. So we have now finished with the Mage Arena 2. So once I have given him this Guthix cape, for now we're going to stick to Guthix cape until we, who knows, whether you guys literally let me know in the comments of which cape we go for. Let's go through and just use the Guthix cape onto him, because I've actually never used the imbued Guthix cape. It's always been either Zamrock or Ceradomin. So if you guys do like the Guthix, then do let me know. Otherwise, let me know if we should change over to Zamrock or to Ceradomin. So now there's just one more thing I need to do, which has multiple quests for me to do. So let me get that out of the way and we can get our final upgrade before we go after the deranged archaeologist. And as for the final upgrade, we are going to be completing as much of the RFD quest as possible. So once we finish speaking with Awoge, that will be his sub quest completed. So at the moment, we're only sitting with the steel gloves, I think it is. So I think with this here, we should definitely get a much better gloves at the end of it. So once I finish talking with the king, that is his sub quest completed. Go over to the Lumbridge Guide, and that's his sub quest completed. Run over to Wartface, and then that is the Goblin Generals completed. And then finally over to the Dwarf, and that is the Mountain Dwarf one completed. So the last one we have is just Sir Amic Vaz, but that does require me just to complete the, well, partially start Legends Quest, but we don't really need to do that as of yet. I don't see myself having to go there to get Barrow's Gloves. Now I can kind of just wait just a little bit longer, just for the fun of it. It's not fun not having Barrow's Gloves, but at least now I have up to Rune Gloves. So now that is everything we need. So now we can gear up and test our luck at the deranged archaeologist. We make our way over to Fossil Island to fight against the deranged archaeologist, released on the 7th of September 2017. There wasn't really a need to fight him. Once the combat achievements were released, that's all he had. Until the 25th of June 2025, they added the steel ring to his drop table, making it a very good defensive melee ring. The drop rate of this ring is around a 1 in 43 chance. So let's see if we still have some good luck in getting this steel ring early. So here we are at the entrance of the deranged archaeologist. So this is the magic gear we're going to be going with. I thought the rune gloves would actually be better than Infinity, but unfortunately not. So we're going to be sticking with the Infinity gloves here for now. And in terms of our gear, we are looking amazing. Guffy's cape actually works really well with this too. So we are using the Ivan staff, and we just got some high Alex as well. This boss itself, you really just need to be playing mage the entire time and just watching out for his AoE attack. So let's go in for our first kill and see if we might be able to get the ring on the very first one. Also as well, if I do recall, the deranged archaeologist, he actually has some of the combat achievements. He's only got 4 of them though, so there isn't really a lot. So it's really just trying to beat him as many times as possible, and this is a pretty easy one. I'm only using magical attacks on him, and also without getting hit by his learn to read AoE attack. So these should be pretty easy. If anything, if we get it within 25, we might as well just keep going until we hit 25 so we can complete all of the CAs here. So let's go after him, and hopefully we might be able to get the ring pretty early. Alright, that should be the kill. There we go. So I was actually about to say as well, the deranged archaeologist actually drops elite clues. I'm pretty sure it doesn't drop any hard clues. So, well, at least I know I'm going to be getting myself a good amount of these elite clues here. Also as well, we have completed the Mage of the Swamp, and I'd rather be illiterate. So, pretty easy kills here at the deranged archaeologist. So now I just have to hope I get it within 25, and all these elites, well, we're definitely going to be trying to complete as many elites as possible while we're still here. No fucking way. Okay, well, we are done with the deranged archaeologist, but I am going to get myself the 25 kill count, because there's no point in me leaving now to go on to the next log. I mean, yes, going to the next log would definitely be a good thing, but I really want the CA, so we're going to be stuck here until 25 kill count. Let's see how many more rings we can get. So with the deranged archaeologist actually dropping elite clues, he's already given us 2 elites within 8 kills. One of them was for me to go over the Dragon Tooth Island, but then unfortunately the next step was for me to kill KBD, which I can't actually do. So we are on to the next step. But also at the same time, because I was technically doing Ghost Ahoy, I am actually almost finished with the quest. So I might as well get it done, because then I have another teleport to use. So that is the Ghost Ahoy quest completed. Might as well complete one of the other quests I've almost finished. So this is going to be the Troll Romance quest completed. Quest. And with that deranged archaeologist, thank you so much for the elite. That is the deranged archaeologist champion. And we were able to complete one one elite clue, and it looks like we might be able to complete this one here. Now, in terms of the loot, unfortunately, I actually did a bit on mobile, so I don't have all of it. But let's just say that we kind of did get a bit lucky. So the 3 kill count and then the 9 kill count, we've gotten two steel rings from all that. So I'm going to try and complete this elite clue. We do have one sitting in the bank, so it's either we're opening one elite or we're lucky enough to have 2 elites. So currently with this elite clue, I have to make a light orb. I don't have the crafting level, so the best thing I can do is actually go into Dorgeskin and actually try to thieve the chest in order for me to get what I need there. So that is the Death of the Dorgeskin quest completed. So here we are in the usual spot. We got our stray dog right in front of us. So from the deranged archaeologist, so we got 2 steel rings from him and 2 elites completed out of the 3. Now at the moment with the elites, we've only completed 1, but we have not gotten any of the unique items as of yet. So in order to get that luck, all we have to do is just pet the stray dog and we should be able to possibly get something from these elites. So let's see what we can get from these 2 here. I don't have any other clues sitting in the bank, so let's have a look. No uniques and still no uniques, but Dragonstone bracelet and a Dragonstone necklace. That's actually kind of nice to get. Unfortunately, it looks like we didn't get any kind of uniques from the elites, but that's completely fine. I'm actually happy with the Dragonstone bracelet and the dragon necklace there. At the moment, we have now gotten the deranged archaeologist greened, which I'm completely happy about. And as for the next green log, all I know is that we have to go underground once more, and I think we might be going for a bit of a swim with that too. So if you guess what our next collection log is going to be, no, it is not Scotizo, but he is a passive log, and since we do have some of the dark totems, we might as well see if we can test our luck here, as well as complete some of the combat achievements. But we are going to be going for the My Note, which is in the Ancient Cavern. So before we go into doing this grind here, we're going to test our luck with Scotizo and hopefully get some of the log items, as we did see that the Uncut Onyx is in Scotizo's log. So if we do get that, yes, like Zora and some of the other bosses actually do have the Uncut Onyx in it, but there's not much I can really do about that. If it is in all those logs, I'm not going to stress too much. It just means that we have one less item to do within the log. So hopefully with Scotizo we can get lucky with some of the log items. So let's just see how we do before we start with the My Notes grind. So we were able to get at least one elite clue from Scotizo, and it is telling me that I need a completed god book. In order for me to get a completed god book, I need to complete this quest here first. So once we take down this Dagonoth Mother, that is the Horror from the Depth quest completed. Oh, sorry, Horror from the Deep quest completed. So from Scotizo, this is everything we're only able to obtain. So 2 hard caskets, 1 hard clue, and an elite clue. With this hard clue here, we're not able to complete because we need the soundtrack for the Moons of Ruin. So I need to complete the Moons of Peril, but I can't get there at the moment because I don't want to get the 4 Slayer levels at this time. And as for this elite clue, I need a Circle, because we do have the Nezi Helm and the Combat Bracelet, but the Circle unfortunately comes from the Dagonoth Kings, and I'm not able to do that as of yet. So we have to drop this elite clue. And as for this hard clue, eventually we will be going to the Moons of Peril, so we can actually drop that one there as well. So with these 2 reward caskets, let's see what we can actually get from these, and hopefully we get a new unique. So let's have a look. Nothing there, and let me guess, nothing again? Nah, I was wrong. Zamrock Kite Shield. All right, well, at least we got a unique before we go over to the Ancient Caverns. So I think I do have all the gear that I want to wear. I mean, there are 2 methods to doing this. So let's make our way over to the Ancient Cavern and start with our notes grind. So this is the location we're going to be at for a pretty long time, just depending on how long it takes for us to get all 26 pages. Now, unfortunately, with the pages themselves, you do get duplicates. So yes, there is a chance of getting a unique page, but there's also that chance of getting the same page again. So luckily enough, since we have the collection log pop up, we know if we do get a duplicate or if we get a new page. Now, the method that we're going to be doing for the first part of it, just so we can get most of it done, all we had to do was just use the NPC aggression timer thing, the one that lets you know about the area of where you should stay in, for all the NPCs within to not be aggressive to you. And then all we have to do is just stand, I'm pretty sure, on this tile here. And all we need to do is to make sure that we do get a note is just to rummage the skeleton. Now, unfortunately, there are chances of a skeleton actually spawning, but when it does, if you're standing on this tile here, he can't actually attack you. So all you need to do is just make sure your health stays high, then hop worlds, and then rummage again. So there is that chance of course, the skeleton, the pages, but there's also a chance of getting some of the mangled bones. I would say it is a good idea to collect as many of those as possible, because there is that elite clue step that does tell you that you need to put one of those mangled bones onto the boat above, and then what's it called? Kill the barbarian that spawns after it, to then get your next step of the elite. So this is all I'm gonna have to do for a while, and hopefully it doesn't take too long for us to actually get our first page for the log. There we go. There's one of the 26 pages done. That kind of sucks. It only shows up to say it's a new item. I don't think it actually shows within the CC, unless I logged in a bit too quickly to then pick that one up. So at least that is one out of the 26 done, and we also got our mangled bone. So we definitely make sure we collect as many of these as possible, at least 100 or so. And all we have to do is just copy to log. It does give you a bit of dialogue, and I think you do get a book in your house if you do have a bookshelf. So there is the first out of the 26 pages. Yes, there we go. Page number 3. Oh, page number 4. Hey, yep. Page number 5. Wait. Page number 6. Hey, there we go. There's a new page. Page number 7. Wait. Page number 8. Oh no, I was not recording that in time, but that is page number 9. I turned off my replay at the wrong bloody time. Oh, thank God. Alright, that is page number 10. So we only got 16 more pages to go. At least I can try and like fill out a row, at least like a bingo sheet, if anything. That is page 11. Yes. Page number 12, as we take 12 damage as well. That is perfect timing on that. Yay, there we go. That is page number 13. So now we are actually like halfway through with completing this log. So I'm going to keep trying this method here. And then once I get to a point where I feel like I can't stand in this spot anymore, I'm going to try the other method to try and complete this log. Yay. Alright, I think that is number 14 for the pages, I believe. And all I know is there's currently a game update, but it's not actually an update. It seems to be a small update with the worlds or something, I believe. So I'm really hoping that I am not going to get rolled back after this is done. Hey, sweet. Page number 15. Fuck yeah. Alright, page number 16 with like half an hour to go before the game update. Yeah, there we go. At least you just got myself a dupe before, and now I got a new one, so that is number 17. Yes. New page, hell yeah. I think that's number 18. Sweet, only 8 more to go. Oh, there we go. Page number, I think it's 19. Yep, there we go. It's been a while since I got one. Oh, number 20. Only 4 more. Wait, no, sorry. More. It's only 6 more to go. I'm thinking it was 24. No. We've got 6 more to go. Hey, hell yeah. That is number 21. Yep, 5 more to go. Hey, sweet. That is page number 22. Oh, sweet. All right, so we have 3 more of the ancient pages to go. And I'm trying out the other method, which is basically running around like a headless chook. So you got 3 skeletons, 1, 2, and 3. You just rummage through all 3 of them. Then make your way back to the safe spot, which will be all the way up here. And then just hop worlds. So I am just doing this just for a little bit. I just wanted to see if I can get one at least, and it looks like we did. So we only got 2 more. Oh wait, no, sorry, we got 3 more pages to go. Oh, thank God. There we go. Beauty. So that page there, we only have 2 more to go, and we are done with this log. Oh, fucking thank God. Page there is number 25. So we literally only have 1 more page to go, and then we are completely done with the mine notes. At this point, I am very close to having a lot of extra pages. So I'm not going to say any of it until we actually finish with this log. Oh my God, there it is. That scared the hell out of me because I put Tedious's collection log on. Okay, that is the my notes completed. I don't have to ever come back here again unless I want to try and get a dragon full helm in the future. But at least I know that this is all completely done. A simple log, 26 extra pages, and we're getting pretty close to the 500 here. So for us to go through all those pages, that was legit 3 days. Well, actually it was like 3 nights of just sitting in the cavern, and we did a couple of headless chook runarounds, but we only got lucky once. So in terms of all the duplicate pages that we got from that, we got 62 extra pages. So with them not having like the duplicate, like the thing that stops like dupes from coming through, that sucks that they don't have it. But in the end, we were able to get this, and we got free 26 collection log slots. So all I know is that with the next collection log we are going to be going through, one of them only requires 4 unique items, which shouldn't really take too long. But then for the other 2, well, you'll just have to see, because for the next one, I'll let you guys know. There will be 3 logs we'll be completing for the next one, because they all go hand in hand together. So let's gear up and get ourselves ready to complete those logs.